One example of a ruminant animal are cattle. Many people think that cows have 4 stomachs, however that is incorrect. A ruminant animal is described as an animal who has 4 compartments in their stomach: the rumen, reticulum, omasum, and the abomasum. The rumen, or paunch, is the largest compartment of the ruminant animal. It stores feed and is a fermentation vat for over 200 species of microflora. The microflora live symbiotically, where the cattle provides feed and a place to live, and the microbes digest or ferment feed and make it into volatile fatty acids. The next part of the ruminant stomach is the reticulum, or honeycomb. The reticulum isn't separate from the rumen, it is only separated by a small piece of tissue. All feed goes through the reticulum. If the feed is too large, it will send it to be regurgitated for further mastication. If the feed is small enough, the reticulum will pass it to the omasum. The omasum, also known as the maniplies, is a structure shaped like a globe that contains tissues that are compacted like a book. Its function is to absorb water and other liquids from the digestive contents. It will dry out the feed that is passed down from other compartments and then pass it on to the abomasum. The abomasum is the true stomach of the ruminant animal. It is lined with glands that release hydrochloric acids and digestive enzymes that will break down feed. It is like the stomach of a non-ruminant animal or a monogastric animal. While ruminant animals' digestive system functions very differently from that of a monogastric animal, they all need the same basic nutrients to survive. The first, water, is the cheapest nutrient. Water is a carrier for secretions and functions as a digestive temperature regulator. It is important for good feed consumption. If cows do not have water, they will not eat, causing many serious problems and weight loss. Livestock consume 3 to 4 times more water than food. The ideal consumption is around 10% of the body weight. 10 to 15% of body water loss results in death. Carbohydrates are needed by cattle because they contain very high levels of energy that is needed for the microorganisms and the rumen and for milk production. They come from plants such as alfalfa, corn silage, hay, and barley grain. Fats are needed by cattle to increase energy concentration, especially in cows that are producing lots of milk or if there is a demand for a high growth rate. It is the most potent energy source and is 2.25 times more powerful than carbs. Examples include whole soybeans, corn, and tallow. Feeding too much fat can be deadly to cattle because it can kill microbes in the rumen. Protein is used to repair and replace tissues. It also increases the production of offspring, milk, and growth. 60% of a cattle's protein comes from dead microbes in the rumen. As seen in the clip above, cottonseed meal can be a good source of protein, as well as fish meal, feather meal, and soybeans. Vitamins are a nutrient needed in small amounts. They provide a specific function such as metabolic regulation, enzyme regulation, and the support of the nervous, digestive, and immune system. There are 2 kinds of vitamins, water-soluble and fat-soluble. A deficiency of vitamins can be detrimental to the health of livestock and even lead to death. A lack or excess of any of the main nutrients will affect the microflora in the rumen and cause problems with cattle. Bloat mainly occurs when cattle are exposed to a high protein and high grain diet that does not sit well with the microflora in a cow's rumen. This video from Nat Geo Wild describes bloating and how to treat it.
Bloating is caused when foam builds up on top of fermenting food in the stomach, essentially blocking the release of gas. It's very painful for cows and can kill them in as little as 15 minutes.
Bloat, basically the rumen just keeps getting bigger and bigger with gas, and as it gets bigger it actually starts crushing the lungs and they can't breathe anymore, and then they can die. You have to get the air out. Most long-term way to do it is to put a trocar in it, which is a huge hollow needle that allows the gas to come out, and it's screwed into the animal's hide so it can't come out. I make an incision into the skin, straight through the muscle walls, the rumen wall, and then start screwing.
A little pain for a lot of gain.
When feeds are consumed, the bacteria in the rumen convert their simple sugars into volatile fatty acids, which are, in fact, acidic. Acidosis ensues when too many carbohydrates are eaten, leading to the overproduction of volatile fatty acids. The high concentration of these fatty acids lowers the pH level in the rumen, leading to the destruction of the rumen lining, causing several secondary problems. Some of the symptoms of acidosis include little or no feed intake, little or no rumination, increased heart rate, increased breathing rate, diarrhea, lethargy,